In this video, we're going to show you how to perform an oil change on your Hummer H3. With the hood open, go ahead and locate your oil fill cap. Twist that counterclockwise and remove it. Now there's a little bit of information on these oil fill caps. Normally is going to be the type of oil. This vehicle requires 5W30. I'm going to go ahead and set this cap right on the top here. On the driver's side of the engine, locate your oil dipstick. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out and just wipe this as it comes out. And set this on top of the engine. The reason why we do this here is that way there, if you get distracted and you come back, you know that you have not completed your job. You do not want to start this engine dry once you've already drained that engine oil. With the vehicle lifted and supported, we want to go ahead and remove this plate right here. There's going to be 4 mounting points. There's normally a bolt here and one right here. Ours is missing. We're going to come on back to the rear, and there's 2 on the back here. These are 13 millimeter. Now we're just going to loosen these here. Now the plate itself, you can slide out. So you're going to take the whole panel and slide it backward. Drop that down and out. Let's go ahead and remove the front shield here. It's going to be 2 13 millimeter bolts. Slide that back and out. Now underneath the vehicle, I'm going to locate your oil pan right here. It's just above the cross member. We're going to use a 13 millimeter socket. You can use a wrench as well. Go ahead and loosen this. Have your catch can ready to go underneath. It's always good to wear gloves when doing this here so you don't get your hands all coated in oil. Apply a little bit of inward pressure on that bolt as you're taking it out. And then once you feel those threads start to skip a little bit, go ahead and pull that out. Now's a good time while that's draining. Go ahead and inspect the drain plug. This has a rubber seal on it. If that seal seems like it's defective or anything like that, you want to go ahead and replace the drain plug. Ours looks like it's in good condition, so we're just going to clean it up and reuse it. At this point here, go ahead and install your drain plug. And let's go ahead and torque that down to 19 foot-pounds. Go ahead and use some spray solvent to clean up some of that residual oil. Now above the front cross member here, you're going to locate your oil filter on the passenger side of the engine. I'm going to use this style oil filter wrench to go ahead and grab that with a swivel head ratchet. Now as you start to loosen this, you're probably going to have some oil start to leak out, but this has a little cool feature where it should catch most of the oil from the filter and run down. So we have our catch can set up underneath. Now, because I'm wearing gloves, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to unspin this here and hopefully it doesn't run down my arm. Now, the next thing you want to do, inspect up on the top here on the engine. You want to make sure that the O-ring gasket from the oil pan is not on there. I'm going to go ahead and spray this with some solvent and then run my rag up in there and just clean the surface off where the new oil filter is going to be seated. And then I'm going to wipe off the tray where the oil is running out of. If you don't do this, It's not critical, however, you will probably end up with a puddle of oil running off of the splash shield later on and leaving a mess in your driveway. Now, before installing our oil filter, we want to go ahead and prime it. And what I mean by that is you want to go ahead and use some of the engine oil that you have acquired for this. And we want to go ahead and try and fill up our oil filter. Now, we're going to do this about 3/4 of the way because we have to tilt the oil filter to get up and onto the engine. But what this does is it helps prevent probably a good portion of a dry engine start. It already has oil primed up into the oil filter. So it's going to pull that oil right from there and right up into the engine while the engine pumps the rest of the oil up in. Now take some of the oil here and rub it on the gasket itself. Let's get this up in here and spin this on. Now the oil filter itself should just be hand tight, so you can get your hand up there. You want to make sure it's good and tight, but hand tight. You don't need any tools to do this. You can place your front shield up. Slide the shield up. Go ahead and tighten down all of your hardware. Now go ahead and add your oil. The 3.7 liter engine is going to take 6 quarts of oil. All right. So we put the rest of our oil in here. Go ahead and remove that funnel. Go ahead and grab your oil fill cap. Secure that. Go ahead and grab your oil dipstick. Now what you want to pay attention to on your oil dipstick. On your oil dipstick, you have an L for low, you have an H for high over here, and in between there's a crosshatch area. Now ideally what you want to do is you want to go ahead and install your dipstick and fully seat it. Start up the vehicle, let it run for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then shut it down. You're going to come back out and you're going to pull out the dipstick, wipe it, install it one more time, and then pull it out. And you want to check that oil level on that. You want to make sure it's inside this crosshatch, preferably closer to the high side. If it is down below the L down here, you need to add oil, but in our case here, we did 6 full quarts. It should be right inside of our crosshatch. After we started up the engine and we let it run for a moment and pull this back out, go ahead and check that level. And we are right up at the high side here, right on the line. It's perfect. Go ahead and install that. Make sure that dipstick is fully seated. In the vehicle, go ahead and turn the key to the on position. Press that gas pedal 3 times to the floor. Hold it, and then release. There is no service or change oil light, so you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.